every single day I meet business owners that tell me the same thing. I have a ton of recorded video of myself, of presentations, of class. Maybe they tried to shoot a course at one point and they're like, but I don't know what to do with the footage. Like they invested time, money, and equipment into so much filming, but then what do they do next? And they get stuck there and nobody really knows, like, what do I actually do next? How do I actually take that footage, utilize it? And really, if you're a business owner, the goal is to take that video and turn it into conversions, right? You want to turn it into more customers, more leads, more messages. So how do we get from a bunch of footage that you've recorded or you've had recorded, or a course or a bunch of content? Why is it so hard to take that and actually get it into a successful post? And that's because of the filming difficulty funnel. And yes, I just made this up, but so as you see this funnel, it's pretty easy to film, okay? Especially the iPhones nowadays, pretty much anybody can learn basic, panning and ups and downs and gimbal walk movement techniques to actually film cool footage. And if you don't have any of that stuff, you could just put a camera on a tripod and film stuff, right? So it's not super hard to film and actually to create the content. That's why it's the top of the funnel and it's the biggest. But then as the funnel gets smaller, that just means there's less and less people that have the ability to do this efficiently at an actual financial rate that makes sense when it comes to cost for your time, the trade that you are spending to edit or to post or to go further down the funnel. Editing is very difficult, right? I have spent 20 plus years learning how to edit. It takes a lot of time. It's its own complete language. There's lots of different programs. And there's not a lot of schools that teach this as an elective or whatever, and so not a lot of people have basic editing skills. It is something you have to work on and grind and figure out and build a system for. So there's a lot of people that can film, there's a lot less people that can edit. And then when it comes to actually posting strategy across, I'm not just talking one simple post, right? If you make a good piece of content, it should be going out to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and there's different techniques and ways when you post to those different platforms to make sure that they actually do good when that piece of content goes out, right? So the amount of people that actually understand how to take a great piece of content and post it in a way that will turn into conversions is even way smaller than people that know how to edit or people that know how to film. So this is the film difficulty funnel, right? It just gets harder as you go down. These are three very, very, very different steps. These are three very different departments. To give you some perspective on why this feels so hard, in an actual movie set, right? Filming is one whole department, right? Editing is a whole other department, and time. And then posting would be the equivalent of actually marketing, right? And taking it to market is a whole other department, right? Cinematographers, editors, the marketing team, they're all totally different. These are totally different people with different strengths and different backgrounds that do very different things, and they focus on one thing, right? Hollywood has the benefit of specialization, right? They have just one director, and then a director of photography that touches the camera, and then they've got a guy that pulls the focus, and they've got just a guy for lighting, right? So they have so many different specialized roles, people with deep, deep, deep knowledge in these specialized roles. That's why movies cost so much to make. It's also why they look so good. Well, we're not making movies, we're making social media content, right? So we have ourselves, we have to be able to do all of those different roles. And there's a reason that Hollywood exists and made a profit for so long, because it's very hard to replicate, right? You need these specialists and these specialized skills. So when it comes to social media content creation, filming will take some skill. Editing is going to take some skill. And posting is going to take some skill. And they're totally different skills you have to learn. And so the question that you have to ask yourself is, if I've got all this footage, do I want to invest my time that I could be spending running my business, making money, into learning how to edit? Is that something that will serve me? Or will I make more money if I hire a professional to go through it, to handle the editing, right? Or handle the posting, or even handle the filming? So I know a lot of business owners that are super tech, they're super tech heavy, they're AI friendly, and I show up and hold the camera and deliver the content. They do all the posting. Sometimes they'll even re-edit what I do and make it in their way, and that's totally cool with me, right? They want to be involved in the editing and in the posting process. But most people do not, right? Because they don't know how to do it. So if you're a small business owner, you have to decide, how much time you want to spend on any given one of these steps, right? If the filming is hard for you, outsource it. If it's easy for you, then take care of it, right? There's lots of different companies that can actually do editing. You upload to anywhere in the world, they'll take your instructions, and they'll edit, right? So if you don't have time to edit, you don't want to spend all those hours on the computer, then yeah, I would say master how to shoot, even just on your phone. You don't need any other fancy equipment. You need a phone. You can run around, shoot vlog style content, learn how to shoot A-roll, learn how to shoot B-roll, and if you submit that to an editor, they're going to be able to blend it up and make it really cool in ways that you can't even imagine. Because like I said, editing is its own language, right? We have an editing service here at Vitamin B Studios. It's called our self-submit package, where we do exactly that. So if you're good at shooting your own content, like anywhere in the world, but you just have it on your phone and you're like, what do I do with this? This is what you do with this, right? Bring it to us, go to our website, right? You can fill it out, give me links to the content, and we will turn your content into at least 10 reels. The great thing about learning how to film yourself is that you are always with you. And so as you travel, as you do all these different cool things in your business, you're always going to be there. You're not always going to be able to have a videographer like myself come out because maybe you're on a remote island somewhere, right? You have your phone, you can still create all that content if you just invest time into learning how to film good content. A lot of business owners are good at running the business, but they don't see their business from the outside like a videographer would, right? Or a marketing person. And so you could hire an internal marketing person that's like a CMO that's going to take over, right? They're going to take over distribution, posting. They're going to understand exactly how to tell the stories, exactly how to post at the right time with the right thumbnails, tagging the right places, collabing the right people. It's a lot of things you have to get right. You can hire somebody internally, but this person is probably going to charge like at least 6 figures because they could be doing this for themselves or their own business if they can do it for you, right? If they can blow your business up, they can probably blow their business up. That's why services like mine exist. For less than a part-time employee every single month, we will handle everything for you. The filming, the editing, and the posting will totally take care of all. I would just say if you're not gonna hire somebody to do this, if you're not gonna pay them, you have to set aside 2 hours a week, every single week at the same time, where you sit down, unplug, and do nothing but think about your strategy, right? You think about, what am I gonna post? And you're gonna reverse engineer it, right? You wanna start with, what's the goal? What do I want? I want more customers to come in and understand what we do. If we're posting, right, 3 times a week, we have 12 little snippets that month we get to share the story in. Let's say you're a window company and you specifically want people to know about this brand new window that you have in stock. That's your goal this month, right? Well, one video is probably not going to tell everybody everything they need to know, and it also takes multiple touch points with anyone before they're willing to buy. So just posting one killer video about the window is not going to work. So when you're in that 2 hours and you're sitting down, you'd say, all right, I'm going to post 3 times a week, right, which is 12 posts a month. What are 12 different things that I could tell them about this window? There's got to be at least 12 cool things. Tell me about the installation methods. Tell me about where it comes from, the glass premium, whatever. Write that out, right? So now you've got 12 videos to go shoot. So you can either pay somebody to help manage the story of your brand, you can do it yourself and take time, a few hours a week, or you can suck at it. And those are your 3 choices. And if you suck at it, your business probably will fail in the next few years, because the world is shifting from like SEO and search-based to way more like influencer and social media based. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned anything, please subscribe. I love coaching small business owners on helping them upgrade their social media game and tell their story through social media. So if you're interested in anything like that, subscribe and follow along.